Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Toytography Live. I am your host, Brian Carr, and we have some more exciting stuff to share as usual. Got some new stuff to show off, and we have photos from you guys that we're going to take a look at. We have some photo critiques going on. We have updates. We have so many things to share with you guys today. So we're pretty excited about what we're going to do. First, before we get started, we have a couple people that are in here. We have 60 Pig Rick. What's going on, sir? Good to see you. And we have Faithful Steve. Faithful Steve is saying hello to everyone. Man, Steve was just the greatest. And so is Rick, man. You guys are absolutely great. So thank you very much for being here and all of you guys that are joining us. Like I said, it's gonna be some cool stuff going on. So let's go ahead and let's get the first things out of the way so that we can just jump straight into all the good stuff. I will go ahead and mention to everyone, this is probably the last time I'm going to mention this or at least single it out because we have so many other things to also mention. So I'm just going to just say for right now, just for the sake of right now, the new issue, Toytography Magazine, is available right now with Brian Fankhauser. He was, like I said, it's been great talking to him. He has some really cool photos to share for the magazine, so he gave us some stuff for the front cover and everything. Very cool guy, really cool article, some very interesting stuff that we talked about. And it was a lot of fun talking to him. So that is the latest issue that is available right now. You can go to Toytography Mag and pick up your digital copy or your printed copy, whichever one you want to get. That is available right now. I will also mention that in addition to this particular issue, all of the issues are now available. So you can go back and purchase our very first issue all the way up to the latest issue that we have now, which I will also say thank you to those who have already gone back and purchased some of those orders. So we're processing those right now. So thank you very much for just continuing support for everything. You guys are just absolutely fantastic. So I just really want to say again, thank you to you guys for supporting the magazine. And we're also appreciating your support that we have going on right now for the store that we are currently in the works of bringing into fruition. So we have our new Toytography exhibit and camera store that we're going to be opening up later this year. We're pretty excited about that because we have so much cool stuff that we have set in order. I mentioned before that we were going to talk to some people who can create some dioramas for the exhibit, and we're going to do that. But I will say I have, some building skills as well. So there's some stuff that I've already gotten started with putting things together, which that's actually one of the things I'm going to share with you guys today that I want to show to you guys. So we're going to be going out to speaking to other diorama builders, even people who have accessories and things like that, so that we can, get some unique pieces. But in addition to that, besides having the unique pieces there, we also want to promote the people who build the dioramas. So, like I said before, we'll have diorama pieces on display for our figures that we have on display. But at the same time, we're going to have their names so people will be able to see who built those dioramas, who built those pieces, and get some business sent their way. This is something I've been wanting to do for years as far as creating this store. But even though I've been wanting to do it, it's not about just me. Just like we do the magazine and how we try to promote as many people as we possibly could with the magazine, we want to do the same thing with the store. So we're going to be trying to be promoting as many people as we possibly can, so that the spotlight doesn't just shine in one area. Because you guys, like I said before, you guys have just done amazing work. You deserve to get attention. You deserve to be credited for the stuff that you do. And so that's what we're going to be doing with this store. So we're super excited to have so many things, so many features that we're going to have, with toys being on exhibit, camera gear, being for sale and for rent. We'll have photography classes going on. There'll be photo walks where you can actually go around and explore the area of Big Bear with a guide who will show you not only how to make certain adjustments to your camera, but also just show you some beautiful places around Big Bear that you can photograph, whether you have a toy or not. You just want to just want to go and just catch, just nice areas around to get some great photos. So all of that stuff is going to be available in the store. So yeah, we're super excited about all of that. But I just want to also say just thank you for the support that you guys have been bringing to just toytography in general, whether it be through the Facebook, through our Instagram page. All of that stuff is greatly appreciated. So hey, we got Ken showing up. Hello, Ken, man, good to see you. Thank you for being here. So yeah, let me jump into the stuff that I have that I wanted to share with you guys, and yeah, then we'll get into the other stuff. So I did have some toys that I recently purchased, but I also bought a little bit of gear as well that will just enhance my photography as well as my videos and stuff like that. So one of the things I purchased was this is called the Iron Hand. This is a camera mount that I have so I can get those really good top-down views. So nice and sturdy. I also bought the one that has the extended arm so I can have, get those wide shots if I need to. But yeah, I needed to have something like this. I tried using my other tripods with the arms and everything, and it worked. But I think this just makes it a little easier, and also makes it easier to like put away when I'm not using it. So yeah, I definitely wanted to pick this up, nice and sturdy and everything. I've already used it a couple of times for a couple of videos so far, and yeah, so I picked this up on Amazon. This was actually a pretty cool, pretty handy thing. So this is one of my pieces for gear that I picked up this week. And as far as figures are concerned, I know kids look like starting. Man, if I could have something like that, actually, quick little side note. So I used to work for Disney years ago, and one of the projects that we worked on was like an Iron Man project, and they had some like little swag and stuff that we get a chance to use while we were there, and I ended up letting someone else use it, and I never got it back, and I'm like kicking myself because I let it go. But I used to have a lab coat that said Stark Industries right on the side. And that was one of the coolest things I had, man. I was so excited to get that, but someone needed it for a thing, and I was like, yeah, you can go ahead and use it. And I never got the thing back, but I was at least able to keep one of the coffee mugs that I had. So I got a coffee mug that said Stark Industries across that thing. So I would have preferred to have the coat, but it is what it is. I'm still happy that I got something. It's still okay with that. So anyway, speaking of dioramas, I showed you guys, I think it was last week. I can't remember if it was last week or the week before. I showed you guys I had the new Willy Wonka figure, and I saw the base that it came with, but I really wanted to like go all out and see if I can like really make a cool little set piece for my Willy Wonka. So I mean, it ain't huge, it's just because I'm not like those big diorama builders or whatnot, but it was something, something to have fun with. So I made like this little stand for my Willy Wonka, and I, have him on display with it. But yeah, so I went there and got some grass and everything, and found these little lollipop pieces on Amazon, and then found the little mushrooms, and I went to like some hobby spot and bought some little grass area, and then I cut this. I kind of was a little rough with it because I wanted to kind of look like, little ripples in the chocolate. So, and then I did like a gloss over it. So this is like the little chocolate river. But yeah, this was a scene where he was standing next to the chocolate river, and so yeah, so I had this thing with I have the Willy Wonka, I have the Oompa Loompa standing next to him and everything. So yeah, this was nice and quick. Like I said, nothing really major or anything. I'm still working on doing things to show wear and tear, but I didn't really need it for this kind of thing. But I still thought it was a pretty cool little thing. So yeah, so this is my own little custom display for my Willy Wonka that I have them set up on. So yeah, I think it came out pretty good. As like I said, I just need it for a display. So and on top of that, I didn't really want it to be super big because when I have it on display in the store, it'll just be in like a little case, and it'll be in a case, and it'll have like the little diorama piece, and then have Willy Wonka standing on it, and yeah, little Oompa Loompa standing next, holding the golden egg, and I'll try and get creative with it a little bit, and see what happens. I missed out on it because I just didn't buy them at the time, but I wish I had bought the 1/6 scale kids from Stranger Things because it was 5 kids. So I was like, man, if I had all 5 of those kids and they all had the 5 golden tickets and they were Willy Wonka, that would make for a great photo. But I missed the opportunity. I wasn't thinking about it at the time, so it's like, oh well, so anyway, that's one of the things I picked up. The other thing I picked up, which I'm pretty happy with it. I like how it came out, but I did pick up this guy. I saw him on sale at IKEA Hobbies, so I picked up Marv. This is what they call him, Guilty Land. I can't remember the name that they actually give this guy, Kane. That's what they was calling, but it's supposed to be Marv, and I think he came out really well. The only thing I'm kind of disappointed about is the jacket that he comes with. This is actually just a pleather material. So because of this material, I'm already knowing that after a while, this thing's going to start to fall apart, flake, and everything. So really what I'm going to be doing is just trying to get as many photos as I can before this thing just starts to say, forget it. I can't hold it anymore. So it's this, and also the pants are made of the same material. So I'm just going to just try and, I think I did find a place where I can get some leather pants for 1/12 scale. So I'm going to do that, but this is how the figure looks. And I believe this is the same body that was used for the Chaos Superman and Batman figures, the Dark Knight Batman stuff. I think this is the same build. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, I could definitely do something with this. So yeah, so I have this body. I do like how the boots are done. They're done really well. And he came with a bunch of accessories and everything. So even if I'm not able to use the jacket, which is very iconic, I mean, the trench coat is iconic. I still at least have the gun holsters that he has on with the tank top and everything. So I can make that work. I can make that work. Oh, we got Bram showing up. Hey, all the way on the other side, sir. Thank you very much for holding up the other side of the world for us. So glad that you are here. Glad you could be here. So yeah, so I'll show a little bit of the accessories that he comes with. It's some pretty cool stuff. We got some gloved hands. Like, so he has like the gloves, and he has like the little lighter. So you're able to see that. And then he has a Sin City PD patch that's supposed to go over the arm of the jacket. And then the other thing that he comes with, this is what comes in the second tray. So the second tray has all these guns and the axe and the shotgun and stuff, and then the badge as well. So yeah, he's got some pretty cool stuff in there that I'm going to be able to definitely get a whole lot of photos with. So as a matter of fact, I'm going to show you, I have some photos that I'm going to share with you guys that I took with some of this stuff. So you'll be able to see. The other thing that I picked up is I showed this before. I already bought one, so I just bought a second one. So this is the pillar that they came out with. I think this was they might still have some on Big Bad Toy Store, I think. So yeah, so I believe that's where I got the second one from. So now I got 2. So I'll do some more shots with the pillars and whatnot, and just be able to do that. The other thing I picked up, so there's a little story behind this thing. I have the Mondo Kratos from God of War, and there was a third party who also did a God of War figure. I honestly didn't buy it because I was like, I got the Mondo. I was like, I don't, and I'm happy with how the Mondo looks. Um, so I didn't buy it, and now the price is ridiculous for the third party one that came out with. And I still don't really care for having it, but I do like the accessories they came with. So Toy Anxiety to the rescue. I'll go ahead and throw a little shout out to them. They pieced out the other third party version of the figure. So I was able to purchase the spear. So he has the spear. And honestly, I think the Mimir head sculpt actually looks really good. So I think that's just the paint job looks better on that. So this is a third party Mimir figure along with the spear. I think this is a pretty good addition to have. So I'm satisfied with that. But then there's one other thing that I bought to go with this Kratos. Is he's a big fella. I didn't want to get him at first because there was two different versions. I already bought the first version and I was cool with that. And when I saw the size of this one, I was like, dang, that looks good, but I don't want to, I don't know if he's just too big or whatnot. But I ended up buying him anyway because I got the idea. So I'm gonna show you now. This is the 1/6 scale grizzly bear. Look at the size of that thing. That thing looks absolutely huge, man. I mean, that looks crazy. And the detail, look at all the detail in that. I mean, that is nicely sculpted all the way down to like the claws. I mean, everything looks really, really good. And so I figured like, man, this would actually be perfect to put next to Kratos. And this could be Atreus when he takes form of the bear. So I figured like this would work. This would work. So I'm gonna have the other bear to put with my cowboy figure, but yeah. Yes, you can, sir. Yes, you can. So I figured like, man, this would be good to just have him next to Atreus. I mean, it doesn't pose or anything like that, but I mean, just look at the size comparison to these guys. I mean, that is absolutely huge. So if I have these guys on display in the store, it's like, having Kratos and Atreus together. So that just makes it good for a good display. But man, I just really love. I mean, look at all the detail on that. That's insane. So yeah, I'm now happy that I got it. Definitely going to have him on display, and I think he'll look really good when people walk in and they see the size of it. That's gonna be cool to see. That's definitely gonna be cool to see. So I also just so I can have just an extra body to go with my my other figure. I picked up a 1/12 scale figure. I don't know what I'm going to do with the head sculpt. I might actually just change the head sculpt. But this is a really posable body. I bought this off of Amazon as well. I mean, all the way down to the toes. This is amazing detail with this guy. I mean, literally, you can completely like cross the arms over and pretty much have him like touch each shoulder and stuff. So really cool attention to detail, stuff like that. You pretty good. So I do like that. So I'm gonna be using that at some point. And then one last thing, it's also pretty big, but it was I snatched it up immediately as soon as I found one that was available. I picked up. Let's see if I can get this thing out. I left it in the box, but I'll get it out right now. Picked up myself another Hot Toys figure. And let's see. This will be kind of right in line with Ken, because Ken was like, hey, look, I picked up my first hot toy, which I'm going to say, man, that's how it starts. It starts with just one. But you got your Spider-Man figure, and this is the Spider-Man figure that I picked up. So this is the Anti-Venom Spider-Man. And yeah, this is pretty cool. I've been kind of bummed that I missed out on getting this because, like I said, I don't really care for Spider-Man, but I do like the suits. So I like the suit design and everything. So definitely going to be getting some photos with that. So I'm pretty excited to have that. Cool figure. Haven't taken him out the box yet, but you know, as they say in Figure Flex Friday, we're on Box Watch, and that's exactly what's going on with that. I'm on Box Watch. So so anyway, those are the things that I picked up this week, and I'm pretty excited to really like when you guys see it. Okay. I know right now I'm just kind of just talking about it right now, but I got designs, I have sketches, I have stuff. And so when you guys get a chance to see, because I will show it when it's finally like for the first time when it's done, I will show you the exhibit that we're going to have at the store. And you're going to see all of that stuff on display for people to just come by and just check it out. Which is, like I said, it's been one of the things that I've been passionate about because I see you guys and other YouTube videos of people showing off their displays, and I'm like, man, wait, don't move, stay right there. I want to see that a little more. So I like looking at people's collections and things like that, and I figure there's people out there who want to do the same. So I'm going to be putting my collection on display so that people will be able to see just all kind of stuff. And I don't mean guys just like, you know, stand museum poses, dynamic poses all over the place. I mean, lighting, everything. It's gonna be all kinds of stuff, man. I'm super excited to share with you guys when it's finally all done, because I will see, and it won't be everything on display all at once. Like we're literally gonna be swapping things out. There's gonna be themes going on, so it'll be, you know, reasons to come back and check the store, because like I said, it'll be my whole collection on display, but not on display all at once. We're gonna be changing things out, so it's gonna be fun times. Definitely fun times. Yeah, I'm excited too, man. I'm looking at it from the customer's perspective, and it's exciting. It's really exciting. I'm glad they're going to do that. And in addition to having the photos that you guys do, because I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I'll mention it now. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it before, but one of the things that we're going to have on display in the exhibit is we're going to have a monitor, and just like I share the photos each week that you guys put up in the Facebook group, and I make a video for us to all just take a look at it. We all just sit and we just watch the photos that you guys submitted each week. Well, that video that I create every week for us to take a look at, that video is going to be on display in the exhibit. So visitors who come into the store will be able to see your work as well. They'll be able to see all the photos that you guys will do. Everything each week when someone comes in, they'll see the photos that were submitted in the Facebook group. So like I said, the whole point of all of this is not to have the spotlight in one area. You guys are going to get promoted as well every week. Every week it's going to be something new for customers to come in and see. So it's a collective thing for all of us. So Rance Obi-Wan look like hey. That's the goal, kid. That is the goal. So, hey, we're gonna. You know, when I was little, my dad sometimes would look at some of the stuff I have, and he'd be like, "You got more toys than Toys R Us." And I know I'm dating myself, but yeah, that's the way. That's the way I'll do. I just like, you know, having a collection of stuff. So, yeah, it'll be big. It'll be big that we'll do. Yes, actually, I will. Yes, I will. Because that's one of the things I've been doing is just putting the photos up where no one we just see the photos and you guys know your work. You know that. But for the sake of people who come to the store who don't even know about toy photography, doesn't even know that stuff exists. Yes, your name, and if you have one, put your Instagram there as well so people can see the names and be like, oh, I like, you know, that particular person, or I like that particular photos or whatever. Yeah, all of that stuff is going to be for the sake of the store. So so yes, there will be a video for us to see like during this week. But the video that we create for the store, yes, you guys will have your names there as well, so people can be, you know, introduced to toy photography, but also be introduced to you. So yeah, absolutely, sir. That's what we have for everybody. Promos all around. Okay. So yeah, so that's what we have right now as far as you know, sharing with you guys. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at our photos that we have. While I'm pulling this stuff up, I'm going to show you our photo of the week. I believe this is one of our new members in our Facebook group because I haven't really seen him too often lately. But it was pretty cool because when I saw this, I was like, "Oh, he must have got the figure around the same time I did." So, but he did a great job with this photo. So, the photo of the week goes to Mr. Dean O'Brien. This is a fantastic shot. I mean, this fits right in line with Sin City and Marv. I mean, this was a really great job, and yeah, I think they did a fantastic job of nailing the character, nailing the look of the character, and yeah, this was absolutely fantastic. So, congrats to Dean. This was a very very good shot. Oh, you know what? Actually, let me pull up. Gosh, what was I gonna do? Where is? Oh, here we go. Here we go. So I'm gonna show you guys the photos that I took myself with the stuff that I have. So let me go ahead and let me pull my stuff up. I know it's pretty rare when I show some of my photos because I just want to talk more about what you guys are doing. But every now and then I do have some photos that I take myself. But yeah, absolutely right, Rick. Man, this is a great shot. This is really really good. Very very impressive. And again, I just like that mix of the red along with the black and white. So this was really cool. Like I said, totally fits the character. Totally fits the character. So thanks, Dean. Thanks for submitting the photo, man. Looks absolutely fantastic. So really quick, I'm gonna share with you guys the photos that I took. Kind of messed around a little bit. I did take a quick little trip this past week, but at least I'm going to show you these first. So with the Kratos figure that I recently got, the 1/12 scale Kratos, this was the shot that I took. Let me see if I can pull this up. There we go. So the first thing that came to mind was, the gods of Olympus had abandoned me. So I submitted this other photo last week, which was this one. So I shared that one, and then this was just a one from another angle. So I did that one. Then the other photo I did was with Kratos, where I took the lightning effect and put it with the ogre, like I mentioned before, make it look like he's fighting the ogre. So he only came with one lightning bolt, but I had the I believe it's the Tamagotchi other effects and stuff. So I just took all the lightning and just put it on there, and yeah, I think it came out pretty good. Then I want to do one of the classic things that he always does, where he just gets right in there and he attacks. So I did that one there, and yeah, I figured like this would be, very fitting as far as the type of stuff that Kratos does, where he gets right in there and goes for the kill. So this came out pretty good. At some point, I'm going to, when I have more space, then I'll be able to create more elaborate scenes. But I figure like this is pretty fitting. It's pretty fitting as far as how these guys would be going into battle, and the two of them fighting. I wanted to also have enough space so where everyone can see the sheer size between these two figures, because this ogre is actually a pretty big figure, and so just put it together. I mean, you can kind of see how big it is, sort of, but Kratos, because he's in the foreground, looks a little bigger, so you can't really tell like really the size of it. I just kind of put him off in the distance so that the lightning can get all around there. But yeah, this came out pretty well. So thank you. The other ones I took was let me see. I got this one. Yes. So I went to Big Bear last week because like I said, I mean, what I try to do during the week is whenever I can, I get over there and try to, scope the areas, because we're still looking for a location. I just spoke to someone today, so we may actually be getting closer to, getting the right spot. So I went some scouting. They still had snow up there from the storm that they had a couple of weeks ago. And so I went and brought my Arthur Morgan up there and put him in the snow, and just got a quick shot. It was such a quick trip that I just tried to do as quick as possible So I got up there, got a shot, put the horse in the snow and everything. And I'll just say I'm satisfied. I know I could be doing a lot better. And when I get a chance to actually get some space out and more time, I'll set up something to where it looks, a little more believable when it comes to stuff. But this was good enough for the quick time that I had. So it's just shoved the two guys in the snow, snapped a photo, and yeah, this is what we end up getting. But I like going for like those realistic things, and this is what I was able to take. So anyway, yeah, I think that was all that I. Oh yes, and this is the shot I actually just took today. So this was a shot of Marv, and I wanted to have him, taking two guys at once. And then I actually have this light that has all these little shapes and stuff with him, and one actually looks like a window. So I put the thing in there, turned on the red light, and I figured that'd be pretty fitting to have these guys taking them on. So yeah, I do have some more guys that I want to kind of have them all fighting at once, but I still like how this one came out. So yeah, this was just a quick little shot I wanted to take just so I can share the use of the figures. I've just been so busy for months. I've been so busy that I have literally at this point I have stacks of figures that I haven't got a chance to get to photographing. But I know when the store opens up and everything, and a lot of other business that I'm taking care of will be done, then I will go ahead and I will really take some time to get some good shots. So really, I'm just kind of skating along, just trying to do what I can with what I have and with the time that I have. So yeah. So this is my most recent photo that I just took this morning. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rick. So yeah. So that's all that we have that I have to share with you guys. So now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the photos that were submitted that wanted to have critiques. So all you have to do, like we said before, just submit your photo, use the hashtag TTM Live, and that will grab my attention, and then we'll go ahead and do the photos. I say it like that because Ken actually submitted a photo last week, and man, I totally missed it. And he called me on it, which I will say thank you for doing that. And I'm mentioning this now so that I can say this to you other guys. I'm only going for 5 spaces because of the time. But if you guys submit a photo and I don't see it, it's not intentional. It's like I go through the photos and I grab them, and the ones with the hashtags I put them in our separate folder. Well, in Ken's particular case, and it may be in some cases others, I just haven't seen it. But in Ken's particular case, I'm going through the photos and I see the photo and I put it in a folder and I kept going. And when I started going through the photos, I was like, hey, wait a minute. Ken told me that he submitted one that TTM Live. I'm like, where is it? And so I literally went right past his picture and didn't see it. And then when I went back and looked up his name, then I saw the TTM Live. And I'm like, well, how come it didn't show me there, but it's going to show me over here? So it was just weird. So if I miss you guys' photos, believe me, it's not intentional. It's just, I'm scrolling through and I'm grabbing what I can. And yeah, so it's my apologies if I miss you guys. Yeah, it doesn't matter, of course. so anyway, this is yeah. So but still, it still stands. If you guys want a photo that you want to get critiqued or whatever, just put it in there. Put the hashtag TTM Live, and like I said, it'll get our attention, and we'll go ahead and we'll set it aside for you guys to see. So with that being said, let's go ahead and let's take a look at our first photo that has been submitted. Where is it? Let's see if I can pull it up here. Hold on 1 second. Please stand by. Please stand by. All right, we have it here. And where are we? Where are we? All right, it's coming. Here we go. First photo comes from Mr. Al. Al from Sticky Figures. Man, I like this. I like the shot. The coolest thing about it is he has the spotlight, but the spotlight is the bat symbol. That is clever. That is really, really clever. Man, I really like all the detail on it. I was going to mention maybe shedding some more light on the Joker card, but then I was thinking, like, actually, you know what? No, I think it's fine just the way it is, because I think the Joker card is kind of like the hidden gem in the photo. So you don't need to show everything right there. Just let people look for a little while. And like I said, sometimes you have a good photo when the more you stare at the photo, the more you see, more it becomes attractive and things like that. So when people are looking at your photo, it can go longer, or you know, it can go in a good way or a bad way, depending on how things are when you have details going on in your shot. But this is done really well. I really like how this is done. I think your lighting is great. Your spotlight is going really good. So yeah, I really like it. And I like the fact that the Joker card is practically right in front of your face, but you don't see it unless you stare at it for a while. So I think that is really clever. I like how that's done. So very nicely done. Good pose as well. Really, really good pose. Um okay. I would have went waving hand. Yeah, that's true. Yes. You could you could do that. I mean, it's honestly it works either way. Cause I mean, here's the thing. When it comes to looking at this particular photo, um you really only notice the spotlight is a bat symbol unless you stare at it for just a few more seconds. You stare for a few more seconds, then it's like, oh, wait a minute, that spotlight is actually the bat symbol, or or really not even knowing it's a spotlight. It just could be just a mixture of light and dark, and you may not even know that it's a spotlight until you stare for a while. And it's like, oh, wait a minute, that's the bat symbol that's on there. And I think it's the same thing when it comes with the hand. It's just a nice little subtle touch that he put into it. So yeah, I think it does really it works really well. Um yeah, it's feel the same way. It is a nice little subtle touch, just like the car. So it's almost like, and when you think about it, for the two, it's like you got the bat symbol, you got bat and the Joker both in there. But yeah, I think it's done really well. I think they did a really, really good job with it. Yeah, he said he's like, I didn't realize the symbol till you mentioned it. So yeah, and again, that's just the good thing about it. Is like the more you stare at it, the more you discover. So yeah, this is really, really nicely done. Nice subtle touches. So thanks very much, Al, for submitting this. This was cool. This is really, really cool shot. Thank you. So moving on, next shot. Let's go see. We have, this is from Bram. Bram thinks he's got the mechanic scene now. For this one, I got to put on my spectacles here because this was he has a lot of details going on in this shot. So let's start with the top here. Again, just working on the car. So the car's a little different from when he had the Iron Man in the previous shot. But man, I like Bram, dude. I like your setup, dude. I really like how you have all of the accessories put in there because it makes it so believable. Um, oh yes, yeah, absolutely. He's like, he could treat it as a comic. Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll definitely we'll definitely get to that. I just kind of was just looking at everything as far as all the accessories that you have, and again, the good pose with everything, and the same here. It's like you have your separate shot, and then you have I didn't know that was like a Lego octopus that you got going on here. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. And okay, so you have the wrench that he's throwing something at it. Okay, I see. So we see. So I guess the scene, the way he has it set up is he's working here, then the oil squirts, and then the octopus is what's coming out. So that's what squirts the ink or the oil at him, and then he throws the thing. So I like all the detail that you put into it. Very, very cool. As far as storytelling, I do like the way you did the storytelling as well. Um, let's see. There's a number of ways you could have done this. I'll just say, I've kind of done this a little bit. Um, I'd say the one thing I do like about your comic strip is how you did the panel. So putting the card right here, that's really good that it doesn't block everything else that's going on in the shot. I would probably say if it was possible, I probably would have made this panel a little bigger. Because if you stretch it out, you wouldn't really lose anything right here, and you also wouldn't really lose anything down here. So I probably would have stretched this to made it bigger, because especially when the panel is trying to show like this leads into this, which then does this. I probably would have zoomed in a little bit more, because with this area right here, you don't really need to see too much more of it. Like I probably would have um, kind of zoomed uh, in, seeing more of the character rather than the car. I would show a little bit of the car just so that they'll notice there, but you could afford to lose some of this stuff and zoomed in more on him, because what you want to focus on is him getting squirted. So yeah, but as far as the panel, like the size, I would have stretched it just a little bit more, just a hair. But overall, as the panel, yeah, I think it's really really good. Um, you may, well, I mean, yeah, because when it comes to a panel like this, it could go either way, because you want them to look here, then you want to look at the this panel here. Like you want to go here, you want to start here and go there. Uh, so I probably would have made it a little bigger, or did 3 panels, and it'd be, one where like this panel would be side by side with this one. So I would probably take this panel, bring it up here, move him over. You would lose more of the scene, but I mean that's part of photography. Sometimes you put a lot of stuff into things, you may lose it, but it's okay. But the focus is not really on him working on the car. The focus is really what happened to him after he got squirted. So that's the thing. So I probably would have done 3 panels. Like I said, just these 2 side by side, and then this would be the big panel that got the attention. But this still works too. This it's creative storytelling. So it's a creative way to do the panel. So yeah, I would probably just stretch it just a little bit, but overall, man, I think you did good. I think you're doing a good job of portraying the story on it. So yeah, I think you did cool. So Bram, thank you very much for submitting this, man. This is really nice. I'm curious to see you do more like this, because even if you want to go back and do the panels that you did with the Mandalorian and Link, maybe put those into panels. I think that'll make a good story to be put together. So yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, just something to consider for future stuff. Yeah. But thanks, Bram. Thanks for submitting this, sir. So our next one we're gonna take a look at. This is Jay with his profiles, man. This is I like that. I really like how this is man. I have this figure too, and I just haven't been able to get pictures with it. But I really, and this is one of those pictures where it looks good black and white. It really looks good. Just again with your lighting. And sometimes when you get a long exposure, sometimes that glare goes a little too much from the eyes. But no, I think this pulled off really well. I mean, you had the choice. You could do a color, you could do a black and white, but I think in this particular case, I think black and white really works best on this. And man, I just really love how you do the soft lighting. Soft lighting on this is done really well, dude. So just another usual portrayal of or a portrait coming from Jay, man. So yeah, there's really not much else, because I mean not really much more going on with the shot. But I will say your color choice to have it go black and white was nicely done. So thank you very much for submitting that, sir. This is a good one as usual. Really, really good. And I believe we have this. Oh yes. So this is the one that was from Ken. And man, so I would say this was done really well. So I'm curious, man, did you do Um, did you use smoke for this, or did you just created like another um just affected, like, did you Photoshop this or something? Because it looks like you just put the smoke in. So I'm assuming he got hit, and then the smoke is just coming off of him. I'm not sure how this works, but either way, I like how this is done. I mean, it's just the use of your colors, very very nicely done. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's a is it the zombie one that you use? Oh, and you did use smoke. Okay, okay, yeah. I see the thing I like about this the most is that you have everything going on this side, and then this side is just smooth. I mean, just it's really really a cool effect that you were able to pull off on this. So I see the smoke. You got him coming, like it's coming from him, and then around the feet down here. So this was nicely done, dude. I really like how this came out, and it's particularly the use of your lighting for this. So you have the greens and the reds, and they just nicely blend together. I like how the green came out right here, but at the same time, I love how that red just goes straight coming from the top of the smoke. So it just puts the red in a nice place where it's a good blend, a really good blend of the green and red. So always said, okay. So he put it right onto the zombie hook. Okay, okay, I see, I see. Yeah, well, dude, I mean, yeah, it's a really good job on the whole thing. I mean, honestly, the thing that just really grabs my attention, like I said, is just you have all the smoke and everything coming from one side, and this other area right here you don't really notice. I mean, if you did, you don't really notice it too much, but then you have the smoke come around the feet, but the smoke stays around the bottom. So nice, just controlled area. um oh, the smoke drifted forward. Oh, okay, okay, I see, I see. Well, I mean, dude, it's like I said, it's done really well. Nice use of the colors and nice use of the smoke effect. um Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it literally looks like he could be just fading away. Like, maybe Thanos snapped his finger on the zombie and he's just like slowly just dissolving. So yeah, it's really nicely done, dude. I think the thing that really grabs my attention the most is where the colors lie with that. How the smoke managed to catch the colors as well. So really, really nicely done. So thanks very much for submitting this, Ken. This was a good job, sir. I particularly the smoke and the colors came out really, really well. So thank you very much for submitting. We have one last photo to take a look at. This is from Rick Bradshaw again. And I mean, I just like how he uses that background. He gets really, really creative with the background for this stuff. So here it is now. He has the thing looking like a weights. I mean, looking like a gym, and he has all the weights all around. And I believe the previous times he done uses like corridors and stuff like that, but this is look like this, a straight up open gym for the military. So the thing that I really like about this the most, besides the creativity of using the background, is the pose makes it look very believable, very believable pose. And also, when it comes to this, I honestly, I've mentioned before about making the background a little darker. But in this particular case, no, I would say your lighting is spot on for this, because in the environment that he's in, it would be well lit. So, and on top of that, I like how you made, like, right up here, you made it pretty dark. So that does give the illusion, like we mentioned before, like if you want to make it look like there's actually a ceiling there, you want to have a little bit of shadow going around in the background. And so yeah, I think you did a really good job with submitting this. This came out really well. This came out really, really well. So again, good pose, nice use of the accessories, good use again of the background. And yeah, it's really cool. I've seen some people mention um the advertising. I can't remember what company it is. There's a company that released, or they announced, some weight system, something like that for, for figures, but it's like all silver and stuff like that. And I've seen that, and I don't know if this is the same thing, but as far as I knew, I didn't know it came in color. This works as far as it having some color to it. But one of the reasons why I didn't buy that thing, and or even wasn't even really interested in it, is because it was just like one solid color. I'm like, I don't really, I don't really want it. And I laugh sometimes when they make some of these things, like when they make accessories for figures, and they're like, look, we use real metal for those things, and it's just like, the figure's plastic. The figure don't know you got it in metal. And when you buy the thing, yes, you know it's in metal, but when you're taking pictures and you're showing people stuff, no one knows that that stuff is really metal, and no one can touch that stuff and know that it's metal. So it doesn't really benefit the figure. And if it's metal and you have a plastic figure holding it up, that metal is going to be heavier than the plastic, and they won't be able to hold it. And after a while, your figure won't be able to hold that stuff up no more, because it's too much. It's just regular plastic. Only you know that kind of stuff. So I don't really make a big deal. I do make a big deal about materials, as far as how to work with materials, but that kind of metal stuff, it's like, no, I don't know. Oh, Atlas Creations. Red Atlas Creations. Okay, so it's 3D printed. All right, I like that. I like that. I think this is much better than what the other people were mentioning. But yeah, this came out really good, really well done, and nice use of the set pieces and everything. Man, you're just really creative. You're really creative with how you're using your backgrounds, and you're thinking outside the box. When it comes to your things. So very nicely done, sir. So thank you very much for submitting the photo. This was good all around. Again, like I said, the lighting, you need to have bright lights like this. So it really doesn't need to be any kind of dynamic lighting. But the thing that really stands out is the posing and your setup. So very nicely done, sir. You are very welcome. So yeah, so that's all we have for the photos for the TTM live today. So now we're going to take a look at photos that you guys submitted. I'm not critiquing any of these photos, so we're just going to just enjoy the work that was submitted this week. There was some really, really good stuff. There were a few photos that were, contenders for photo of the week. But like I said, Dean was the one who won that. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's check out the photos that were submitted. And yeah, let's see the good work you guys did. So, okay. Thor. You know what? I will say, for those of you who even care, but I managed to get a pre-order for the artisan edition of the Thanos figure. I am super excited. So I'm excited to get that. Also, we have been talking about it for a while about the Chaos uh Superman, the 112 scale Superman that came out, and Hot Toys just announced their 1/6 scale version of the Dark Knight comic Superman, and I jumped on that this morning as well. So I'm super excited to have those things. Oh, he's back. He's got King Kong on the gym. Okay, that's a good shot too, man. I really like that angle. Really, really good angle for that. So so yes, I'm super excited to get the Superman. I got the Batman, and I also pre-ordered the battle damage version of the Batman where he has the blue suit, got the blood on the knuckles, and the on his shoulders, got the blood there, and then the 3 cuts across the chest, all of that stuff. And then the Superman comes with a kryptonite arrow, and he also has a black light that you can shine on the eyes, which I will personally say I do not like. I wish they had just had some light up eyes, because trying to shine a black light on the face, especially when you're trying to do photography, it's like, unless you want to use Photoshop to fix all that kind of stuff, it's it's not really, I would say it's not really that beneficial to have this stuff. But it's a cool effect to have the eyes light up because you got the light shining on them. So, but either way, I'm super excited to get that particular Superman. I love having different versions of Superman just as much as I love having different versions of Batman, because there's just so many good ones out there. Man, this shot right here, this is good from George. Nice shot, George. But yeah, those are ones I pre-ordered, and those I think both of those things are gonna get released sometime next year. So we got time. And then that was one of the things we're gonna do in the store is we're actually gonna do some unboxings videos right there in the store. And any new stuff that gets released, we're gonna have a special display for new releases. So anything that we receive, people want to, see firsthand what the figure looks like. They can be able to come to the store and see it and be able to see the stuff on display, whichever stuff that we pick up. So yeah, it'll be cool. It'll be a cool thing to have. So this was another nice one. I think Dean also did this one too. This was a good shot. It's a good shot. And for those of you who managed to give it, because I did miss out on it, but those of you who managed to get the Agent Gomez that was announced today on Mezco's site, congrats to you. I missed out. So if you guys managed to get it, good job on you guys. But yeah, there's some cool stuff that was released. I did not know that they had even released these guys, but Harold's been sharing some pictures with them, and yeah, I think they look pretty good. Look some pretty cool stuff. Nice Superboy shot, very nicely done. So yes, Godzilla, yes. Harold goes all out for these shots. I mean, he really, really does. Just some amazing stuff, man. You guys are just so talented. It's just really cool to see you guys submitting these photos each week. It's just so very, very clever. So this one right here, it took me a minute to look at it because I didn't even know that was Thor right in front of my face. but still, it's still a good shot. I still like how it came out. This is another nice one. Like, okay, that's some interesting kicks that Freddy Krueger has on. Cool stuff. This was another nice one, and this Popeye shot was really cool. The background is really what makes it stand out, but it's very nicely done. This was also another really good shot. This was cool. I have yet to use the T-Rex for something else other than what I've already got. I need to get some more shots from that. This was another nice one. Very nicely done. I mean, you guys, gosh, just you talent just comes out of your pores. I mean, really, it's just it's always a joy to see you guys, the photos you guys submit. So Swamp Thing. All right. This was cool. So yeah, just to say that these are the kind of stuff that we're gonna have on display in the store. People are gonna be able to come in and see all of your photos just like this. But like I said, they don't. The other thing is that we're kind of cycling through just for the sake of time. But when we put the photos on display in the exhibits, photos will last a little longer, so they can see cool shots. Cool shots like this, and you'll be able to see your name and you'll see your Instagram on there. So people won't have to be like, "Oh wait, can you go back? I want to see that other one." It's just it'll cycle through the photos, but it'll, like I said, it'll stay a little longer to give people a chance to really see all the shots that you guys submitted. Nice Spider Punk, really cool. Nice shot, very nice. I love the design around the whole thing, so it's cool to just see it with the pose and then see it with actually some designs all around it. It's another one from Frederick. Frederick's got all kinds of these little guys. This was another good one. Really good shot. Again, just really subtle lighting. Really nice. All right, Ken's Spider-Man. And again, nice use of the smoke. And like I said, welcome to the group, sir. Now that you got your first Hot Toys figure. And also, I'm curious to see what you do with that Batman figure that you got as well, man. Let's see what kind of stuff you pull off with that one. So, and one of the things I like about that Sideshow Batman, which they also did with the other Sideshow Batman that they released, is how the cape drapes over. So, yeah, I'm curious to see how you pull that off. So that's gonna be really cool to see. Nice Storm figure. This was another really good shot. Man, this again, just the lighting in the pose it's really, really well done. Really good stuff. Yeah, this was another good one. Nice use of the red. I'm curious what the background was used for that, but again, that was nice. This was clever too. The use of just like a drawing and the figures. This was really well done. That was really well done. This was a good shot too. This was a really, really nice shot. So again, you guys you're just super talented all around, all around. So, so that's going to do it for us for today. You guys, thank you very much for joining me and sharing your photos and everything. Hopefully, we was able to provide some help to you guys and give you some inspiration. I will just give you guys a heads up. I do plan to head up to Big Bear again sometime next week. So I'll see if I can get some more photos up there and hopefully have some more updates for you guys as far as how the store is coming along. So yeah, just stay tuned because I will try to give as much detail as I can each week to let you guys know what's coming and how close we are to getting to having the store and everything. Once we get closer to to like things coming together, there'll be more stuff to share with you guys. But as of right now, we're just kind of just like, I'll just say we're in that position where the train is like just slowly pulling out of the station. Right now, we're in the boarding stage. So everyone's getting on board, get ready to get on the train. But once the train starts to pull out of the station, we'll have more stuff to share with you guys. And when we really start going, then like each week we're gonna have new stuff to share with you guys until we have our grand opening. It's gonna be really exciting to but again, thank you guys for being here. Oh, Batman's coming next week. Okay. All right. So yeah, thank you. Oh, I appreciate it. So yeah, so that's all for what we're gonna do for today. Again, thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you guys next week with more updates and more photos. So until then, stay inspired, keep shooting, keep sharing your photos, and we'll see you next time. Okay, have a good one. Bye bye.